Alright, we're heading back into the second map between Paladyn and Happy. Paladyn is again the red night elf, this time spawning at the top of Secret Valley. And well, even though I'm repeating myself, I'm just gonna say it again. After he completely jumped the shark on map number 1, I guess this time he's gonna have to play a lot more solid here. And he's again opening with Ultra Moonwall and an Ancient of War, this time in front of the Null Camp. And well, I mean, even before he threw the game away on TM, things weren't looking all too bright for him. I mean, okay, he got some decent creeping done on tier 2, but I mean, he's been creep checked quite terribly at the mercenary camp in the beginning as well. Town Portal was forced off of him, and you know, it's not like he played a perfect game beforehand. So yeah, there's a lot of room for improvement, is what I'm getting at. He's going for DH first again, Happy with the same build that he used on Twisted Meadows, which was Crypt, Altar, and a slightly delayed Ziggurat. Therefore, the Death Knight's gonna be like 3 to 5 seconds delayed compared to the Demon Hunter. Second Ziggurat again basically confirms that we're gonna see nothing but ghouls for a long time, most likely until he reaches tier 2. And then I would be pretty surprised to see anything else but gargoyles. But yeah, this time a bit of a different story. We'll see if he's gonna go for immediate pressure again, or if this time, like Lucifer for example, he's gonna go ahead and start by creeping some on his own. Paladyn in the meantime is going to get this creep camp basically a lot more easily than he got the creep camp on Twisted Meadows. And with the Acolyte going down, actually this is gonna be level 2 immediately for the Demon Hunter. DK, is he gonna get the kill? Yes, Paladyn sleeping a little bit here, not detonating in time. And the Death Knight, yeah, he's gonna start doing some creeping. Some not very ambitious creeping even. And the Steam Hunter, as you can see, he doesn't need to bother continue creeping here for the level 2. He can just head across the map right now immediately, and that Acolyte actually won him a lot of time. He is already halfway across the map, level 2, but I guess after losing the Scout Acolyte, starting with this creep camp may be the smarter choice for Happy, because he can safely finish this creep camp as well, putting the Death Knight back a little bit right now, trying to make a mana burn costly for his opponent. And is he gonna get us around immediately again? He's trying to do so. Demon Hunter, well, doesn't have a lot of space to maneuver anymore. Ghouls are closing in on him, and it looks like we're gonna see this around here. I was just, okay, never mind. Just as I was feeling more and more confident that that surround was gonna happen, the Demon Hunter squeezes out the Wisps, running after the Skeletons, but isn't quite getting there in time. Another kill for Happy. Once again, the Night Elf is taking with 2 movers here. I mean, he didn't really pay for it on the first map, so why not stick with that? His tech again is quite a bit ahead of Happy's, even more ahead than it was on Twisted Meadows. So we'll see upon reaching tier 2. By the way, the Hunters are not yet coming, should be starting any second though. Okay, there's the Hunters Hall. Yeah, we'll see if he once again is gonna get his lures up without any trouble. The Demon Hunter, well, risking to get surrounded here, but I don't think that's a surround that's going to last for all too long, thanks to the immolation. First ghoul has fallen here, the second ghoul is also about to fall, so this isn't all too terrible for Paladyn here thus far. This ghoul should be saved here by some, okay, it doesn't even need to block. And yeah, for the time being, Happy has to retreat. Shop now coming as well. Archers, I think, could be heading to the fountain actually. Don't think that Happy is gonna have the greatest chances of getting aggressive right now, after a couple of his ghouls just took quite a beating there against the Demon Hunter. But it looks like since he's gonna reach tier 2 here soon, rather wants to wait for the Panda and start doing some creeping with that one immediately.
Upgrade finished.
Yeah, tier 2 finished. There's the Panda immediately. Does not have the gold for lores currently. And now the Demon Hunter has found the ghoul, so that should tell him pretty much exactly where Happy is. Happy already has finished half the north on this camp, finding Gloves of Haste, and is gonna get some more experience. Panda does not dare creeping anything at all just yet. I think he still could go to the other fountain, especially given that, well, hold that thought for a second. Okay, we do see double crypt, so we're gonna see gargoyles. But the graveyard is too late for Happy, way too late. Yeah, especially given that gargoyles are going to come on to the field soon. Taking away the drakes is certainly something that Paladyn should aim for, and it looks like that's exactly what he's gonna do. Getting to the fountain with the archers, and yeah, he's gonna start shooting away on that red drake immediately. In the meantime, once again, the Demon Hunter at this stage of the game is doing a pretty decent job just keeping the Death Knight at bay, just keeping track of all of these ghouls, make it hard for Happy to really stop Paladyn in his creeping endeavors with the Panda and the archers. It looks like Happy has an idea of what's happening here. And now Paladyn was asleep though for just a second, and he gets surrounded immediately. Happy is keeping the surround locked. The ghoul is gonna get away, and this should be a town portal force. Yeah, Happy very nicely keeping the surround closed, and well, this isn't gonna... Okay, he's winning some time for his Panda, so I guess there's some value in keeping the Demon Hunter in this surround until he's very low on hit points. But now the Panda doesn't have a town portal, and these archers might be running into some trouble. There is a Dust of Vampires on the Death Knight, and it's about to become daytime anyways. But thus far, Happy hasn't been able to kill anything. Looks like this one archer is probably gonna fall. The first gargoyle is finally joining here as the graveyard has finished in the meantime. The second archer is probably gonna fall. Did the Demon Hunter bring a staff? No, and no town portal. Okay, Ancient of War here, mispositioned, and double Ancient of Lore again, as well as the tier 3 tech. So Demon Hunter finished off one ghoul here. We do see that 3 archers are still on the field, which means 2 have fallen, and a third one is definitely gonna fall as well, perhaps even a fourth one, if the Death Knight gets like 1 or 2 additional hits off. But it looks like this archer has, you know, something against that. So at least 2 of these archers surviving. Once again, the Panda got some alright creeping done in the beginning. Once again, Scourge Bone Chimes dropping here for Paladyn. And did the Ancient of War die? Yes, so Paladyn, you can clearly see the nerves here for the Polish player. Coming into play, very, very uncharacteristic mistakes. I mean, sure, you know, he's no Moon, but I mean, this is definitely a substandard performance that we're seeing here by the Night Elf. So Panda is continuing to creep. He's not level 3 yet, and he's not gonna get any creeps here as long as his Death Knight is around with any mana. Just used one of his coils to finish off one of the archers. The second one is being chased here. Demon Hunter is now coming in though with an orb and with a staff of preservation. But once again, a depth upgrade is not yet finished, and Happy is getting this very, very decent timing in. The staff of preservation being passed here to the Panda, so he can staff one more bear, and it looks like Happy is already going to be on the run, but now more and more gargoyles coming in. By the way, he's got the Robe of the Magi here, and again, quick tier 3 tech and a Frostworm, so same strat by the Undead. He's got the Robe of the Magi here, so at some point he must have killed this Red Drake with his gargoyles. Demon Hunter just continues lurking around, winning some time for his Panda, who's actually gonna get away with taking the rest of the camp here. He is level 3 right now. Death Knight is not gonna be able to achieve anything here, I believe. Panda has the staff. I think this bear, should be saved in time. The Death Knight doesn't have mana, so the Panda should be getting to the back of his base as well. But he's really lacking anti-air. The Demon Hunter has to come in. Breath of Fire is not available. He doesn't have mana for that. And yeah, he's really struggling to keep all of his stuff alive. All of his bears are kind of hurt, except for one. The panda is kind of hurt. Really has to use as much Staff of Preservation here as he can. But he's doing an alright job keeping everything alive for the time being, even though he's struggling a bit. So Happy at 42 supply. Keep an eye on that. I'm assuming he's soon going to get his worm into production. On map number 1 he also was at, I think, yeah, there's the +7, so the worm, yeah, just started being produced. On Twisted Meadows he also was at 48 with the worm, so clearly well thought out unit composition for, you know, games when he's facing such quick bears by the Night Elf. Invis Potion has been bought as well as Dust of Appearance, so this Death Knight is probably going to be able to sneak out of there eventually, and now he is. He's even going to be able to steal the item. He's trying to do so, doesn't get it though. Accidentally even starts an attack animation and reveals himself. The item though, the Greater Heal Potion, is going to the Panda. That's going to be good news for him. Gonna be very happy to be a little bit more nuke proof. So main difference in this game is that there is no timing here at all for Paladyn to get any pressure going against Happy, as this worm is about to spawn, and therefore getting an expansion up here is going to be an insanely difficult task for Paladyn. I'm curious how he's going to aim to accomplish that. In the meantime, Happy did already get a cigarette for going up to 60 supply. I'm guessing he's probably gonna get a Lich and some more units by the time, well, just as I said, he's breaking. Yeah, I was expecting maybe to creep one more camp after this, but I guess that's not happening. There's the Lich second, and there is the creep check. Panda is kind of low already. There is rejuvenation though. Happy decides to go for one of the bears first. That one gets killed immediately. The Staff Preservation currently is on the Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter has to use the big heal potion. Drunken Haze Breath of Fire is coming in basically at the same time as the heal scroll here. Another ghoul is falling. Another gargoyle is being coiled. And after all, I think Happy can be very satisfied with this fight, taking out one of the bears, taking out one of the dryads, forcing the town portal, and he's gonna get the Ogre Lord as well as the item. This Death Knight is very soon going to be level 5. Well, Crystal Ball is a little bit unfortunate. Where did he use the reveal? Here. Sees that the Night Elf is coming in again, but there's only these two guys left, and, you know, Happy doesn't care about those really. Well, he would have loved to creep them for level 5, but I guess the Null Warden is gonna have to do the job as well. So Lich is now out, and okay, Happy was just, you know, realizing that the creep check was about to happen there, that a fight was about to happen. He got that Lich into production, and yeah, he lost a little bit of stuff, and now he's back to 50 supply. So he's got his Lich out a little bit earlier, but very, very aware of where this game was heading, how his, you know, supply situation was gonna look like in a minute or two. And now he's back at 50 supply. So Lich grabbed this one. I guess this one is soon to be taken as well. But I guess first both of them are gonna go ahead and look whether or not the red spot is still available. Happy just used the scan here. Dryads are now marching in, and is Paladyn able to take this fight here? Happy has one heal scroll. The Death Knight's got a decent load of mana, so 2 coils should definitely be available, and Paladyn's army is kind of stretched out here. A few Dryads running around here. One Dryad getting killed. A bear, I think, just got staffed there. He was not quite ready there, and it looks like he's conceding. He's falling back, just taking a tiny creep camp. Now a second heal scroll bought for Happy, so he's getting ready to fully engage at some point against a Night Elf opponent that may be better prepared than Paladyn just was for this little skirmish down here. Yeah, Medallion of Courage. Not what he was hoping for. Not too terrible either though, so yeah, I guess it's still going to be sold, but who knows? Strength and intelligence, of course, quite helpful. But so is the gold gained from selling the item.
Research complete.
So an anti-magic potion right now on the panda, well, on the demon hunter. No town portal again, and both of the heroes do have a heal potion. No involves just yet. Happy scouting, and yeah, now creeping this one, keeping the Death Knight away. So yeah, he's gonna get the level 3 Lich. He's gonna have 5-3 very strong heroes against the 3-3 of Paladyn, who at this stage of the game, yeah, seems to be a little bit afraid to really, you know, challenge Happy seriously in any of his creeping and, you know, basically claim some of the big creep camps for himself. And that just, you know, that doesn't make things any easier, since Happy's getting the items, Happy's getting the experience. Crystal Ball has now been sold. He's keeping the Medallion of Courage. And Paladyn's just continuing to run around and, you know, creep green camps. And yeah, basically just try and avoid Happy, who has now gone into upkeep.
Research complete.
With an additional slaughterhouse. He's got one statue? Really? Only? Okay. So I guess that's one statue and some more gargoyles that he produced to go into upkeep. And yeah, there's Abomination number 1. He's getting, that's the 3rd attack upgrade, I think? Yeah, that's the 3rd attack upgrade already. And I guess Paladyn's gonna have to break here. I mean, if he fights right now with 800 gold in the bank and a supply disadvantage of 12, then he's gonna run into trouble. And he needs to, yeah, okay, now he's breaking. He needs to make something happen here. Happy got all of the big creep camps, and he's even killing a Dryad here just to get some wisps back. Okay, that is, I'm very, yeah, very unsure of Paladyn's decision making there. I mean, yeah, he doesn't have a lot of lumber, but he cannot afford staying under 50 supply anymore anyways. Dark Ranger 3rd for Happy.
Our warriors have engaged the enemy.
So looking to silence the panda, I'm assuming. Not really the 3rd hero choice you'd expect, but alright. 5-3-1. 66 supply against 49. Yeah, and if he doesn't break now, the entire map is crap. This isn't like on Twisted Meadows where Happy is just gonna keep creeping and creeping and creeping. Now is the time when Happy is gonna start, you know, raising the pressure. And yeah, these lores, they are just, yeah, now he's producing, but I think he might just get overrun. Alright, let's see what he's gonna show here. The panda has to get staffed immediately after casting a Drunken Haze Breath of Fire. First heal score used by Happy, protection score used by Happy, and the first Dryads are already falling, and there is so much in the air for the undead. The panda has to use the Immo Potion. Next breath is coming in. I'm sure there's another heal scroll here. I think it was just used. And the next nuke on the Demon Hunter might just be too much to deal with here for the Night Elf. The Demon Hunter is getting killed. Yeah, the panda is gonna have to try and defend this somehow, but there's no way in hell that these gargoyles will ever all be taken down. Panda is falling, and yeah, there you go, GG. Paladyn with his 1,200 gold in the bank definitely waited way too long to break into low upkeep. So yeah, this game early on, things weren't looking too bad for Paladyn. You know, he got some standard creeping done. He got some harassment done against Happy when he tried to creep with the schools. So that was all fine. He even got some, you know, decent creeping done with his panda at the fountain, while just keeping the undead busy with his entire the Undead's entire army busy with his Demon Hunter. But then once he got his Demon Hunter surrounded there, things started to crumble a bit. Going afterwards, Happy going towards the top left, getting the creep check, then against the Panda and a few archers, starting to get some kills, and then the Ancient of War got killed by the creeps, and Paladyn was never able to even try and get the expansion up, which is just basically part of that strategy with going for the quick tier 3. And afterwards, Paladyn just seemed basically insecure. He seemed to not believe in his own capability of taking those skirmishes against Happy. And if you don't, attempt to do anything against the Undead's map control at that stage, then exactly what happened will happen, which is Happy got all the big camps, Happy got a big lead in experience. Of course, he got all the great items, he had more gold to spend due to selling items, due to killing creeps, got a better army, got the better upgrades, and I guess Paladyn at the end was taking a chance, waiting as long as he could have with going into upkeep, but that was definitely too long, and then he just got completely overrun. Happy without any trouble winning, and Paladyn is gonna have to try and calm down and improve definitely in his next best of 3. So we're done with Group B for the time being. Lucifer still not not struggling at all, up at 6 points with 4-0 maps. Todd also, of course, hasn't struggled just yet. He didn't play on playday number 2. Happy is on the scoreboard after this best of 3, and Alfie and Paladyn without any victories, especially for Paladyn. The situation is looking quite grim. Next up in this group will be Paladyn against Alfie, the battle of the two players who don't have any points yet, and Todd against Lucifer, the battle of the two players who didn't drop a map yet. So yeah, two pretty interesting games there. But at first, we'll see in Group A the battle of the Germans, Proteus against Hasuops, the two best German undeads at the time, with X-Lord being a rising star, not quite at the top yet though. And as I just said, that's going to be up next. I hope you enjoyed this one. Clearly a display of superior skill by the undead player, and I hope you give this one a thumbs up and a comment, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.